Michelle here, Thrifting 101. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Glad you're stopping in. The other day, my girlfriend and I, we thrifted our way a couple hours down the road to Jupiter, Florida, stopping everywhere we could, and got some really good stuff. I decided to break it up into two different hauls. This is the first part. Hope you enjoy. We stopped along the way at Goodwill. I think it was Port St. Lucie, although I'm not 100% sure. We stopped at so many places. But I did pick up these two restaurant-ware bowls. I paid $1.99 for both of them. They're car china. You can see right here, it says Glow Tan. They were produced between the 1940s and 1952. Two nice restaurant-ware bowls right here. Car china, founded by Thomas Carr in 1916 in Grafton, West Virginia. They closed in 1966 when a fire destroyed the plant. Glow Tan, like you see right here, these are Glow Tan, was a medium to heavy gauge rolled edge vitrified commercial china. And they also did come with a white background. And I'm going to ask, I think about $5 for the pair or the set. Found a Habitat for Humanity restore along the way. The place was huge. It was almost like a mini mall. And I saw this fits-all glass percolator top. I think it's glass. And I thought, well, it's pretty cool. You probably don't see many of them out there. Picked it up for 50 cents. It wasn't marked. It was marked with all the original tags, but didn't have the restore tag on it. It was made in 1980. And, you know, everybody needs a replacement top if you have one of these. I did find quite a few of them out there. I'm going to ask $2.50 for this one. I saw this magnificent vase in my absolute favorite color, turquoise, at the last place we stopped. I believe it was a Humane Society store. We'd been there once before. And as you can see on the bottom, there's no maker mark here. There's something printed in there. It might say USA. It's really hard to see. Anyway, I did what I love to do best. I ran right home and tried to figure out what it was. I like the Art Deco handles on here and the glaze inside. It was originally marked $25, so I kind of passed it by, and then the woman told me everything was 25% off and then a discount, senior citizen discount on top of it. So I did pick it up and couldn't wait to get home, find out what it was. It is 9 7/3 tall and quite heavy, actually. I found out, and I'm 99.9% sure it's a Shawnee piece, and I can tell because of this handle right here and right here. I did a lot of research on Shawnee, that's why I think that's what it is. Shawnee was mostly known for their corn pieces. They did a lot of ceramics in that kind of a pattern. They were out of Zanesville, Ohio, and they also collaborated, which I found interesting, with another local potter in the area, which was Hull in the 1930s. Shawnee dates, the company dates between 1937 and 1961. I did read that pieces that are not marked, Shawnee pieces, were not marked until the 1950s, so I kind of think this predates 1960. I've seen this vase or variations of it selling for $70. So I'm not going to, I don't even know if I'm going to sell it or what I'm going to ask for it, but a little more research to do there. Just glad I picked it up. Our final destination was Jupiter, and this was one of the last stores in Jupiter we hit. We had about 15 minutes to shop before the store closed. I was able to pick up these two gorgeous Indiana compote dishes. You can see their gorgeous shape. They have the ruby flash or the ruby stain. They're in the King's Crown thumbprint design, and over the years 25 different companies had made a variation of this pattern, the first being the U.S. Glass Company in the late 1800s. They were still being made by Tiffin into the early 1960s. After that, Indiana Glass Company bought the mold from Tiffin and started producing them. You can tell the difference between a Tiffin one and an Indiana Glass Company by two different things. You can see in here it's got a plain center. The Tiffins had a star design, and the Tiffin thumbprints here were more oval. These are much rounder. So that's how you can tell the difference between those two. I haven't even looked yet to see what I'm going to sell them for, but I am going to list them. In that same thrift store, I found this beautiful condition diamond point ruby stain again, or ruby flash bowl here. This was made by Indiana, probably around 1966. Tiara Company started making colored versions of this in the 80s and the 90s, but they did not make the diamond point. That's why I know it dates back a little farther. This also will be for sale. Picked up this Pyrex opalware cake pan in the same store that was closing. I had 15 minutes to shop. It was kind of like a supermarket sweepstakes thing for me, but I paid $2.50 for it. There's no chips or cracks, or it's not as shiny as I would like it to be, but it's an overall good condition. This dates, well, first of all, it's Pyrex in the flamingo pattern, or flamingo pink as people call it. Dates to 1952. First came the primary colors in Pyrex in the 40s, followed right by the lime green and the flamingo. They were the next two colors to come out. Paid $2.50 for it. In this condition, with the lack of a bit of shine here, I think I'm going to ask about $9 for it. I saw these bowls, these nice little small bowls, and I like my smalls, all wrapped up and kind of hidden in the back of one of the thrift stores. Loved the color, so it caught my eye. They're not old, they're plastic. They were all wrapped up and marked $1, so I took them home. And I was surprised when I took them home. I'm going to take them out so you can see how many I have here, to find that they were actually measuring bowls, which I thought was super cool. Don't have anything like it. That's what I will use them for. This one right here is the largest. And we go all the way down to this teeny little one right here. So it was a fun find for me for $1. Picked up this Franciscan earthenware creamer. It's a 14-ounce creamer at the Habitat for Humanity store, and the pattern is called Reflections. Reflections date between 1982 and 1983. They came in so many different colors. I did mark them down here, so let me run through them real quick. This one is the peach. They came in blue, they came in sand, they came in white jade, they came in a yellow-green floral, which was the only pattern, a silver gray, a lilac, a burgundy, a smoke gray, and a black. And all the colors were produced between 1982 and 1983, right before Franciscan stopped production in California. I paid $1 for it. It's in great shape. I'm kind of kicking myself because the matching sugar bowl was there. There was a fairly large smoothed over chip under the cover of that, under the lid, but that was only $1 too. I probably should have picked it up, but I didn't. Anyways, buy it when you see it. I did not. I still think I could get about $10 for the pitcher. Creamer. I picked this up at Our Sisters, which was the store was our destination down there. I love that store down in Jupiter. And you can see it has a star bottom here. And you can see also that it's a Carnival Glass, an iridescent marigold carnival piece. It's depression wear. It was made by Federal, and it simply has a pattern name FEG19, made in the 1930s. I have some of these in the amber, and I have a pink one, but this is the first time I've ever seen one in the Carnival Glass. Hazel Atlas also made this pattern. I think a few other companies might also have made this pattern, but I'm pretty sure that Federal was the only one that made the marigold carnival glass. I paid up for it. I paid $7 for it, and I think I'm going to list it for about $18. This is part of a nesting bowl set. They all were part of a nesting bowl set, and I believe they only came in sets of 3. I know the label, or the logo, excuse me, it might be a little hard to see right here, but if you know Fiesta Wear, you know that this is Fiesta Wear, and I found this at the Salvation Army. It does have some, chips and cracks on it, but I like this Art Deco style. It's a sugar bowl. It is missing its lid. It was marked 99 cents when I got up there. I didn't realize everything was half price that day. If I had known that, I probably would have spent more money. This style dates between 1936 and 1969. I did look up the colors, and this yellow here happens to be a 1969 color. I was a little surprised. I thought it might have dated back a little farther. If you ever run across something that looks like the sugar bowl but is 4.5 inches with the lid, that's a covered onion soup bowl, pick it up because they're worth a lot of money. I'm not really quite sure what this is worth in this condition, but I'm going to hang on to it anyways. These gorgeous 1950s luncheon sets were actually known as Patio Snack Sets. We went into a Humane Society store, which was actually a thrift shop and an adoption center all in once. And I had to try really hard to stay away from the adoption center because I would have probably wanted to take all the cats home. So I didn't go there. But I saw these and I was just shocked because you don't see these very often. You can see here, it's not marked. It's just got a pebbly background. But anybody familiar with this pattern knows that it was made by Carnival Glass. The pattern's simply called FEG7 milk glass. A lot of people refer to it as atomic or atomic flower. I've heard people refer to it as marijuana leaf or pot leaf also. They're very collectible these days. They were made in the 1950s. I did pay $14 for the set, which seems like a lot of money, and it kind of was, but the condition is perfect. Like I said, you don't find them out there very much. I'm going to probably ask about $30 for the whole set if I decide to sell it off as a set. I hope you enjoyed the haul. This is just part one of a two-part haul. I think I can get it done in 2 parts. We had a really fun time thrifting our way down to Jupiter. I hope to do it again real soon. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Most importantly, leave me a comment, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye. Semi-annual or even